Hey guys, welcome back to another Model 3 UK. Thank you to all you Tesla maniacs who have joined in once again. So, do you like my new hat, by the way? I like it. It's yeah, it's Tesla, just in case you didn't realise. I thought I'd wear it anyway today. So yeah, no, you joined me back in the Model 3 again today. What I wanted to talk to you about today is obviously it's Mother's Day, by the way. Happy Mother's Day. The spread of the coronavirus is basically getting worse according to what they're saying on the news today. There's more cases popping up and they're saying that the NHS is going to become overrun shortly if this continues. So I was thinking about like how we can obviously help, or how the Model 3 plays its part in stemming the coronavirus. And obviously I was like, well, you do touch a lot of parts in any car. But obviously the Model 3 is no exception. It's a very clean, minimalistic cut car, which is brilliant, but you still touch a lot of things on it, especially things like the touchscreen. So this may sound like a really patronizing video to some people, but it's more just a gentle, friendly reminder of all those places that you touch in the car. And what I recommend you do is just get yourself, an antibacterial wipe, or some sort of spray like a Dettol or whatever you got, and just whack it on a cloth and wipe down all those surfaces that you will likely touch, especially if you're having a guest in the car, if you're running family or friends around, or an elderly relative to the shops that can't get there. Obviously there's lots of places that you touch, so this is just really a friendly reminder. Some of them are obvious, some of them probably less obvious, but yeah, these are all the things that I recommend that you give a quick wipe down. So it's a Sunday today, so if you're at home, you're bored, you can't go and see your mom for whatever reason, have a look under your kitchen sink now, go grab yourself some anti-bac wipes or spray, and just go give your car a quick wipe down on all these places. So let's get to it. First things first, Mr. Pigeon Shit, you've got to go. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, you're disgusting. Bloody pigeons. Guys, so I recommend starting on the inside of your car and working outwards. Here I'm cleaning my wireless charging pad, but obviously if you've got the wired version, that's even more important as you're a bit more hands-on. Then, guys, we come to the main event. It's the cleaning of the screen. Go to your settings, display, and screen clean mode. That'll lock the screen, and then it allows you to clean it without actually pressing any buttons. Give it a good wipe. Don't forget to wipe around the edges, especially if you're like me, where you hold onto the screen sometimes to press some of the buttons whilst driving. So give it a good wipe around the back sides as well. Now don't forget those indicator stalks. Give them a real good rubbing. You've always got your hands on them, especially those tips. I give the dash a quick wipe here. Not something I typically touch, but why the hell not? Then we got that steering wheel. Give it a wipe all the way around. Of course, that's very obvious. Don't forget those little nipples. Give them a good rub and scroll them through a few times as well, so you can get all the sides of that wheel covered. Then we move on to the door handles, those buttons. We'll move on to the outside ones in a little bit, but you don't forget the button, the handle itself, all your window buttons, and the emergency door release, which of course you're always touching and pulling, because that's what you do, don't you? I give the sides a quick wipe down here as well, because, well, I sometimes rest my arm on there. Okay, so moving on to the center console, my hands are always on here, and there's obviously that button hidden underneath there, so give that a real good wipe, and along around the edges and stuff. You can't really do the actual inside of the center console because it's kind of like a fur, so I just moved on to the cup holder area here, just in case my fingers touch it as I'm putting a cup in and out. And I shut it with my arm. Then we got that silky satin black smooth center dash area here. Give that a good wipe as well, because obviously you're always on there and you can see the remnants with your fingerprints, so straight away this is looking a lot cleaner. That glove box, not that I typically go in there, but it is possible, and sometimes a guest will go in there, such as a family member if they're putting something in. The seat belts, don't forget those. Every time you get in the car, you should typically be touching that, and the buckles itself as well. This is pretty difficult to do one-handed. You'll find it a lot easier with two hands. I gave the seats a quick wipe down as well. I mean, it's not something I typically put my hands on, but why the hell not? You might as well. Helps keep the white seats clean as well. These beauties have been ceramic coated, so they're a lot easier to clean. Then those buttons that move the seat forwards and backwards, up and down, etc., all of the 12-way adjustments, don't forget them. They're hidden down the side, very easy to forget. Moving on to the boot here, you've got the handles on the inside, which you use to pull down the boot if you're not going to touch the exterior of it. Give those a good wipe on the inside. Don't forget there's a second one on the left there. I know some of these guys are painfully simple and obvious, but we often leave such hectic lives. We're often on autopilot, if you pardon the pun. I myself am no exception. And that little leather strap which you use to pull up the lower trunk area. Closing the boot here. Here we go. I gave the outside button a wipe down. And I gave the camera a little wipe while I was there as well, because it was a little bit dirty. Why the hell not? This sort of area above the spoiler, that's typically an area you will touch a lot, as well as you're closing the boot if you're not going to do it from the inside, and around this area as well as you first pull it down. Moving on to the side, we've got the handles here. Yes, give those a real good wipe, and don't forget, push the handle in and clean around the back of it as well, because obviously your fingers will go around there as you pull the door handle open. Give that a good slam shut, and yeah, wipe down. Here's another one you may not have thought about. It's the tire pressure valves as well. I've got metal ones on here. I don't touch them regularly, but while I'm there, it's something I touch. I thought I'd give them a good wipe. The charging port connector door, yes, you're always touching that. Open it up, and don't be a doofus like me and drop your cloth. Get a new one and start again. So yeah, gave that a good wipe down as well. Didn't get any electric shocks, just for those of you wondering. Did that on all doors as well. Don't forget to do all buckles, seatbelt buckles, and all doors as well. I'm only showing you here, just to keep the video short, 1 or 2 belts, 1 or 2 doors, you know, 1 or 2 handles. But obviously don't forget there's like 4 of everything. Moving on to the front here, wipe around where all your hands are going to typically touch, around that T and along the front area. And then moving inside the front, you've got those little clips that pop up that you hang your shopping around. Give those a good wipe. You can wipe around the actual trunk area itself as well. There's no harm doing so. I mean, typically I don't touch that as such. I just put things in and pull them out. But I also do top up that windscreen washer fluid, because the tank on this one, the Model 3, doesn't seem to be very big. Charging cables, don't forget those. It's quite easy to, because it's not part of the car as such. But you've always got your hands on them every time you get home or leave the house as well. Give those a good wipe around. Don't forget the caps as well. And the UMC. Sitting in the back, you've got those USB ports and fan ports. You want to clean those ones, and the backs of the seats as well. You might as well, especially if you've got kids or anyone that might touch the seats for support when they're getting in and out. And don't forget those back seat pockets as well, because again, you typically will pull that forward with your hands just to get in and out of there with whatever you want. The reading lights, typically speaking, you don't touch them, but you do push those reading lights in to turn them on manually if you want them. So yeah, if you have been reading and you touch it, press that in. And also the close hook here, pop that one out. If you're one for adjusting the seat belts height a lot, or you have guests that do, then give that button a quick clean over here. Don't forget that charger at home. If you are lucky enough to have a home charger, give that a good wipe as well, because you're typically going to be touching that every time you come home or leave the house as well. And obviously the cable around it, I give the port a good clean as well. And so once you're finished, guys, with the car, obviously this is stupidly obvious, but yeah, go and wash your hands as well and get rid of any crap that you may have picked up while you're outside as well off your hands. So there you go, guys. There's a quick whip around. It took me literally 10 minutes to do this. So yeah, I mean, if you've got any other suggestions, any bits that I might have missed, please feel free to pop them in the comments below. But I've gone through every way I can think of that is commonly touched by the car. And you know what? Not only is it just like safer now, obviously, for myself and anyone who's in the car as well, but it actually smells so much fresher. Those back seats they look a lot better as well, because they were actually a lot more dirty, because it was the one behind me, and I don't actually see that seat because I never sit back there. And obviously where I've had my friends' little kids in the back, and they've put their feet up against the seat, it was filthy. So yeah, the car's just cleaner, it smells cleaner, and obviously it's now safer as well for other people regarding the spread of the coronavirus as well. So yeah, if I have missed anything though, please, as I say, pop it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you ever so much to all the new Facebook subscribers as well. The Facebook group Model 3 UK is growing exponentially. Every day there's like 10 new people that have added themselves to the group, and obviously YouTube as well. So thank you so much for that. I hope you're all very well. I hope none of you are stricken down with coronavirus or ill with anything else. I understand there's quite a lot of people obviously out there that's got difficult hardship times as well with regards to work and stuff. I am no exception at all. I'm having a lot more time on my hands at the moment, which is why I'm doing more of these videos. It's really nice to have the free time to make them. So maybe I'll have to try and find a way to make more time for videos in the future, who knows. But yeah, I hope you're all very well. Thank you once again. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And yeah, if you have any further questions, please pop them in the comments below. I love reading them. I do my very best to answer every single one of them. Yeah, you guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.